Hello guys and welcome to yet again another video. I know it has been a while, but understand that I've been quite busy lately and completely out of video ideas. Last video I think I talked about coming back to the channel and all that nonsense, but I don't think I can actively post videos because frankly I don't have the time. Anyway, you can expect videos from me, just not as often. I only post videos like this when I have something I want to talk about, like today. So please enjoy me getting destroyed on a few classic duels I recorded with my editor, who's been practicing a lot, as you might notice. His link will be obviously in the description below. And without further ado, let's get straight to the content you all subscribed for, as I described for your enjoyment. 14 types of people I've personally encountered in online classes. I just screwed up personally. Okay, whatever. I know we're all stuck at home, and I'm sure if you've ever had online classes, before at least once you've encountered one or more of these types of people. Okay, to start with, we have the guy who asks good and respectable questions but always belittles his own intelligence by calling said question stupid or, in fact, a joke. This guy is always so humble it's annoying. He constantly acts insecure or unsure of the question he asks, but then proceeds to surprise everyone in the class, including myself, asking the question that's on everyone's mind. But just why do you do this to yourself? Just ask the damn question. Holy shit. We all know it's not gonna be stupid. Just bruh, this guy, man. Uh, just this type is common in the difficult or incomprehensible classes where the teacher just says a bunch of gibberish or and asks if we have any questions later. Yeah, types of teachers coming soon, by the way. Next up, it's number two, the smartass, also known as the guy who is only knowledgeable in one topic but ignorant in everything else. Man, this guy. I'm sure you've seen him before, but let me just give you an example. Imagine you're having a biology class about a specific type of animal, maybe a cow, maybe a sheep, maybe whatever, like I'm having. This guy would just pop out of nowhere and answer every single question that the teacher asks because evidently his parents just run a goddamn butcher shop and he can just differentiate every single anatomic element of the cow and will constantly flex about it. Just good for you, man. You're a legend. We know it. This might sound okay to you, but like he's just proving his knowledge, right? Wrong. When we move on to a different animal, he won't say a single thing. No question, just absolutely nothing. He just disappears. It's like he never existed. Swear to God, I know this is just number two and I'm going insane, but this is just one of the most hated types I've ever encountered. For number three, we have someone a bit more relatable maybe to you. The meme lord. This guy will post jokes in chat and will generally mess around in class. He will use meme profile pictures like Bob Ross. I've seen Bob Ross before, it's kind of ridiculous. And will have constant feedback or echo in his mic. Sometimes he'll even blast meme songs from his mic. I've seen that before too. A true legend. He's a true legend, for sure. He's just trying to be funny though, and doesn't necessarily not care about the class, like a type I'll cover soon, wink wink. I don't know what online class what online class would be like without him. Really, it would honestly be so much more repetitive and boring. It's true, man. Online classes without the memes, it's just not a thing. It's unimaginable, really. Anyway, moving on. Number four, we have the type that I maybe enjoy seeing the most, and that is, of course, technical support only. These people act like they've been exclusively hired by the teacher to provide technical support on whatever e-class program we're using, MS Teams, Zoom, or whatever. They will turn on their mic to answer questions along the lines of, do you see the stream or is my mic working? But as soon as a teacher asks something meaningful that regards the class and addresses them, obviously, they will never speak again. They just don't know. It's literally like the teacher has his own or her following of some Microsoft tech support group from New Delhi offer him solutions to all his problems. I can't say what they're doing isn't useful though, but why are you in class just to solve technical problems? Go to an AT or something, dude. Holy shit. Next up, we have the guy who asks questions just for the sake of asking. Contrary to the first type, where he asks good questions, this one will always claim that there are no stupid questions and questions he knows the answer to further boost his ego. This guy will only question things he knows of. I'll continue. He's just one ridiculous type. I understand you want to figure out and improve your understanding on a subject or topic, but seriously, man, figure it out yourself and stop interrupting the class every few minutes for questions you already know the answer to. I'm not even being overdramatic here. Like, this type will ask questions along the lines of, what is this or that, when the teacher had just explained it, and will continue interrupting the class until he's satisfied. This could also turn into a monologue with the teacher, which is honestly quite typical with my classes. I have a few friends who can relate to this type a bit more than me, really, and they're probably watching, so hello, people. Now, for the next one, I'm 100% sure you've seen this guy, or you could even be him, and it's pretty self-explanatory too. We have the AFK person, also known as the guy who just joins and doesn't do anything. He might be listening periodically, be on his phone, or even having a coffee, and has made a bot to join in his place automatically. He's just too lazy to actually pay attention, and if he does, it's very minimal. Nothing wrong with this with this type, honestly, but there are some classes we just can't be bothered to pay attention to. He won't annoy the class like other types, but he won't do anything else either. These are also the types who typically pass the test with a small margin from the passing grade, or just miserably fail. I've been there. Class just more like coffee break. LMAO. Finally, we reach what I was talking about when covering the meme lord. We have the troll. Unlike the meme lord, this guy will do everything in his power to destroy the teacher's hopes and dreams of having a peaceful and meaningful online class. It's basically like a personal vendetta, the pure opposite of technical support only. This guy hates the class with a passion, and I don't even know why he's there. He's not a legend like the meme lord, and just straight up annoys everyone that exists. But he'll be subtle about it so the teacher doesn't report him or, I don't know, kick him. I'm sure you know the old press Alt plus F4 to fix trick, like that closes the MS Teams or whatever program we're using. It's in his main arsenal of trolls, and he is very hated amongst everyone. Next, we have the guy probably encountered very rarely. I think I've only seen him in my class. At number 8, we have the guy who only uses the chat to speak and then complains when the teacher ignores him. Okay, the entitled person. I have really only just one thing to say to this guy. This guy has been continuously told that the teacher does not read the chat, but yet he just keeps asking all his questions in chat. He usually will have a mic, but he will either make up some excuse that he can't talk, or he'll complain some more that the teacher should be reading chat. Just, excuse me, dude, like, are you the teacher now? One of the types who just wants me just to break my monitor. I really hate him. Not gonna lie, just don't be entitled, people. Come on. Yet another funny type to follow things up, we have number 9. This one is the guy who only wakes up with certain keywords, aka the can you repeat that guy. He's like the AFK guy, but he'll wait for the right moment to strike. He will wait patiently until the teacher says the magic words. This part will be on the test, please study it. Then after hearing these words, he'll immediately stop masturbating or get off YouTube or whatever, and he'll be like, sir, could you please repeat everything you just said? Just, gee man, only pay attention when it suits you. At least this guy will pass the exam, I guess. It's still a tiny bit annoying though when 5 people show up from out of nowhere with the exact same damn question. It always happens, really. At number 10, we have the star student that constantly interrupts the teacher. Come on, I think we've all seen the perfect student, the one who just knows literally everything and ends up having a monologue with the teacher about the most bizarre of topics. This guy will interrupt the teacher about the smallest, tiniest detail that he missed, and he'll be sure to correct them. He usually won't allow any other students to make questions and adopts the philosophy of the early bird gets the worm, so fuck you all. I know everything. I know everything. He might be right though, really. He does know everything, but he just acts very smart about it, and it's annoying. But at least you get to witness 2 intellectuals converse about the class. You don't get to see that very often. I just really wish he'd shut up already. Numbers 11 and 12 go together. On the one hand, we have the guy with a shit mic, but doesn't know he has a shit mic. And on the other, we have 12. The guy with a godlike mic who's underappreciated and who flexes his sound quality, but just nobody notices. That's also kind of me, really. I'm that type for sure. They usually coexist in the same class. The shit mic guy will burst your eardrums without feedback or volume, and the godlike mic will then repair everything with quality. Even though they're polar opposites, they do have something in common. They're both really, really, really underappreciated, and I do mean that. I mean, obviously you hate the bad mic quality guy because he burst your ears and wish he just used the cha, but you also don't really care that the godlike mic is using such good audio quality, even though he's blatantly flexing it just for you. Just, it feels really bad, man, to be just this underappreciated. We must all pray for good audio quality. We're nearing the end of the video with a classic, number 13. The classic, I'm late, what I miss guy. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. We have the classic guy that's constantly late, but has to ask what he missed, even though he's completely aware he was late. His tardiness is usually on purpose, as he was busy watching cat videos instead of being in class in time. If he had previous class before that made him late, still doesn't excuse you from being late and asking the exact same question every fucking time, dude. This guy, you can easily catch up on with the teacher, with what the teacher is saying actually, instead of just asking that question. I mean, I know it's sometimes easier to ask instead of putting the effort to listen, and I guess this guy might have the correct approach, but it's still fucking annoying. Just listen, dude. Come on. Well, to end this off strong, finally, we have Mr. Prideful, or you might know him as the debate club member. This guy has too much pride and can't have anyone tell him he's wrong. Whenever the teacher asks a question, he answers evidently wrong, and he'll proceed to argue with the teacher, twisting and manipulating his own words to make himself feel like he's on the right. At least feel it. We can't have admitting our wrongdoings, right? Like, it's just not a thing we do in the 21st century. This guy is always right, even though he's wrong and you are wrong too. He just never accepts his mistakes and proceeds to write on a 100-page rant that he's right and the other side is wrong, and he's an intellectual genius with a degree from Harvard, and he has years of experience in debating, and he just knows everything. I mean, yeah, I know, man, you'll get real far this way, for sure, if you think that way. Good for you, good for you. Anyway, I know I just rambled on, but I really had to make this video. I am very sorry for this basically overextended rant, because this is just basically what this is. Thank you guys very much for watching, and if you reach the end of the video, you're either someone I know, wink wink, or a true legend. Can't be both. Can't be both. You're either that or the other. Remember to like and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.